The Binge Pipe menu screen. Binge Pipe asks the revolutionary question, could a fictional framing device for a video game change the entire future of media consumption? Our investors sure hope so.
Before Binge Pipe, there was nothing for me. Now I see everything. And it's too much. I know too much. Why are there so many?
Binge Pipe. Shh. Check out this great content streaming soon to Binge Pipe.
Hey, I'm Nolan. Follow me as I travel the world with only a backpack, a plan, and a credit card that never runs out of money.
The Trust Fund Traveler. New episodes premiere during your work shift.
It's like pizza, but for women.
Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing video. Let's check out what we have today. And it looks like... oh no. Oh, it's bees again. Bees again! Bees again!
Thank you. You know, people ask me all the time, what is the first step to becoming an entrepreneur? And my answer is simple. Start following 90,000 people on Twitter.
The algorithm tells us consumers love upbeat music, so please enjoy thinking about your favorite song while waiting for other players.
Hey, this is the Ritter family. We're unable to answer the phone right now, so leave your message after...
Binge Pipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, how can we monetize joy?
Hi there, I'm Cookie Masterson. I'm famous for hosting this game and for getting beaten up by a baby chimpanzee in an IKEA parking lot. A two-player game. You guys sure you don't want to play chess? Or like, go outside? Alright, let's make beautiful music.
Time for question 1.
Kicking things off, I read 10 books this year, but they all involved finding Waldo. Everyone seems so focused on the where, but I'm going to ask a question other people seem to overlook. Who is Waldo? A mysterious loner created by Beatrix Potter, a wandering enigma created by Maurice Sendak, a complicated man created by P.D. Eastman, or a lost soul created by Martin Handford? Let's see how that shook out. Correct. Your mistakes in the future. For what it's worth, Martin Handford is the creator of Where's Waldo. Some mornings, Waldo looks into the mirror and sees himself, but other times he sees a guy who looks like him but isn't wearing glasses, or a barber pole that just got thrown in there to mess with him.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And now, exercise is 90% motivation. If someone paid you 1 dozen double chocolate muffins for every mile you ran, about how many muffins would you earn running a half marathon? 6 dozen double chocolate muffins, 9 dozen double chocolate muffins, 1 dozen double chocolate muffins, or 1 baker's dozen double chocolate muffins? Okay, who chose what? Interesting choice. This is gonna hurt. Will the correct answer please rise? A half marathon is 13.1 miles long, or about 13 dozen double chocolate muffins. Baking mix is essentially just protein powder, isn't it?
Why don't we do it with 3?
There is no hiding from Draft seasons. And don't reach across the table because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 real and fictional people, and for each one, you tell me if their name is Salt or their name is Pepper. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Salt or Pepper. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Okay, let's do it. Gwyneth Paltrow and Iron Man. Angelina Jolie's Secret Agent. YouTube star on Big Brother UK. One of the children on the Willy Wonka tour. Rapper Cheryl James. First season Project Runway contestant. Sammy Davis Jr. and Salt and Pepper. You barely rose above my expectations. But player 2, you really boned up that dis or dat.
The binge pipe algorithm has detected hurt feelings.
Sounds like it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, binge pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Using the screw.
Fine, we'll skip it.
Perks you can only get through binge pipe.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one Big Gramps on Campus. Who's the most old school? Mr. Oxford, Mr. Harvard, Mr. Stanford, or Mr. Phoenix? What'd you guys pick? The University of Oxford dates back to around 1096, making it one of the oldest educational institutions in the world. And in about 3 years, the first class will finally finish paying off their student loans. Coming up next, OMG. Let's say Cheese Whiz got in on the ghee biz. What would be the Ghee Whiz slogan? It's milk, fermented. It's cream, clotted. It's yogurt, diluted. Or well, what do you know? You're dealing with the screw, player 1. Remember, good things come in small packages. Okay, let's take a look. Ghee is clarified butter used in lots of Indian and Pakistani dishes. Ghee is better than butter because it's got even more butter per butter than butter. Does that make sense? That's the end of round 1. Numbers, numbers. Show me numbers.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you could use a little help. And there's no shame in that. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
Round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So do not be afraid to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 1, before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
I feel good about this.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Behold, bad words. Which of these subtitles for Netflix stand-up specials contains a word you won't find in Webster's dictionary? Reggie Watts, spatial, Dave Chappelle, equanimity, Mark Maron, thinky pain, or Hannibal Buress, comedy commissado? Okay, what'd you pick? Thinky is not a word recognized by the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Different conjugations of think include thinking, thought, and the opposite of whatever you're currently doing.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
Let's try octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein.
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's a monster.
First discovered in Switzerland. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? So what'd you pick? Author Mary Shelley first conceived the idea for Frankenstein while staying in Geneva, Switzerland with her husband. Switzerland, come for the chocolate and the cheese, stay for the tortured monsters.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Take a good look at. Come here and look at this fancy fish. And chest strut fits lime floor.
It's time for a
Miss Nana.
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, head in the game. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what popular phrase it rhymes with. Here, glove-kissing trout. And don't let that punctuation trip you up. Are you scared? That other people are having more fun than you? Anxiety of not attending. I think we were all thinking it. Okay, let's move along. It's time for Names Are a Numbers Game. What do you get when you add Octavia Spencer to Zachary Quinto, then multiply by Demi Lovato? 9, 6.5, 20... Oh, here it comes. You just got screwed, player one. Oh, don't crane your neck. Let's see who got it. Octavia is derived from 8, and quinto comes from 5, so 8 plus 5 is 13. Then multiply by demi, which means half. 13 times half is 6.5. This also adds up to a buddy comedy that I would pay to see. Here we have, when I mentioned the anaconda, it was not a euphemism. How long was the longest snake ever discovered? 3 Nicki Minaj's, 4.5 Nicki Minaj's, half a dozen Nicki Minaj's, or 6 Nicki Minaj's and 2 Sir Mix-a-Lots? Hope you like what you picked. That's just over 25 feet. That's long and strong, but not enough to get the friction on. Nicki Minaj is 5'2", and Sir Mix-a-Lot is 5'11". 6 of the former and 2 of the latter would be just under 43 feet, the length of the largest snake fossil ever discovered. This Titan boa grew larger than the anaconda because it was less picky. It would gladly accept some whether you had buns or not. It's time. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. What's in a title? What could be more fun than combining pop culture and grammar? Good luck. Player one takes it! I gotta hand it to you, Player one. You won. What are you waiting for, my validation? Get out of here!
You don't know Jack!
Greetings, lovers of wildlife. It's me, Rory Cheshire Fenderbridge, professional narrator. When I released my acclaimed, visually stunning 10-DVD series, Animals of Earth, the response was unanimous. Too much death. Who can forget such moments as lions ripping a baby zebra to pieces, or killer whales chasing a seal for 10 hours only to have the seal drag itself up on an ice floe to be gutted by a bear. Overall, the series was hailed equal parts masterpiece of cinematography and downer. And that's why I'm proud to release my new 10 DVD series, Animals of Earth Happy Endings. With clever editing and visual effects, this time every animal walks away a winner. Let's take a look. Here we have a cheetah sneaking up on a tiny rabbit cooling itself by the local watering hole. The cheetah prepares to pounce, and then we cut away to this delightful waterfall with the caption, "The cheetah proceeded to walk the rabbit home." Here's one more. This baby puffin has wandered away from its mother and towards a pit full of boa constrictors. I should add the puffin is quite lost. As you can see, the boas have recognized the fluffy intruder. The puffin cries out for its mother, and a shower of colorful red balloons fills the entire screen, obscuring what we can only assume is an impromptu party. Whoops, there's a chunk of bloody beak. Back to the editing bay with that one. If you'd love a highly edited version of nature where nothing bad ever happens, try Animals of Earth Happy Endings today. Coming soon, natural disasters in reverse, or the hungry volcano that gobbled up all the lava. Cheers! Damn it, this tea's gone cold.
I've had enough of your excuses. You're the reason we keep losing.
If you love high drama shows like Survivor and Big Brother.
Susan's drunk again.
That's it. House meeting right now.
You'll just love.
I don't like these people. I'm just trying to win.
My Family Movies.
I'm sorry, Chris. You contribute the least. You have to leave the house. No excuses. You lost the vote.
This isn't really a show. I just have to share it with someone.
What's the matter, Mark?
I'm trying to find my blood type, but these medical forms are just so complicated.
Oh, Mark, you silly idiot. You don't have to understand forms anymore.
I don't?
No! Just send all your information to BingePipe and they'll find the answers for you.
They can do that?
Sure. Thanks to BingePipe's customer vault, I can send them my medical history, credit card details, voting record, deepest fears, food allergies, romantic preferences, and lucky numbers, and they'll sort through it to find the data I need and keep the leftover details for themselves.
Wow, that sounds great. Looks like I won't need this paperwork. And with the extra time, we can get dinner. Do you like burritos?
I don't know. I'll have to ask BingePipe.
Detective Arlo here. What happened?
This couple was murdered in their home and dismembered in the backyard.
Have we identified them?
June and Dan Carter.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. I'm June Carter.
Yeah, and I'm Dan. We're alive.
What miserable sicko could do something like this?
No one. No one did this. We're totally fine.
You can't make this vile stuff up.
You did. You made it up. We're both alive.
We'll let the court of public opinion decide that, lady. Tag 'em and bag 'em, boys.
Special Agent Benson is used to working under pressure.
2 minutes and counting, Benson.
Piece of cake. Let's rock and roll.
But he's about to face his greatest challenge.
No, I was afraid of that.
What's wrong?
Autofill is using my old address. Looks like I'll have to enter this manually.
Find out what happens when the world's best agent tries to order concert tickets.
Is the stop sign technically in the square?
10 seconds.
It looks like there's a sliver of the sign in this.
7.
It's too hard to tell.
5. 4.
That square's gotta count,
3,
right? Right?
2, 1.
Gulp.
Ryan Hannigan stars in The Checkout, streaming now exclusively on BingePipe.
Go Mayor! Go Mayor! Goat Mayor!
Got a date right after work, and you find yourself a little worried about what's going on down there? Well, maybe you shouldn't have let that family of possums move in.
Wait. Oh my god, this Chinese takeout place, this isn't a normal restaurant. Look at the roof. It used to be a Pizza Hut. It used to be a Pizza Hut!
When I joined the religion, I was really hoping it was a cult, but later I figured out it was all on the up and up and not a cult at all. So I left.
I like being able to stream movies day or night, and I don't mind a lot of buffering during peak hours.
I'm a Spencer. Yeah, that's my name.
I think I'm a ghost.
We are Binge Pipe!
Truffles and tea cakes, tickles and truffs, they are equivalent treats. If you asked me to choose, I'd say, oh, that's a muse, because they are precisely equal to me.
Sorry, what was the question?
I tell you though, kids are a lot different these days. Just this morning, I was on the bus, and I heard a young person talking about how they were having trouble building a deck. So naturally, I chimed in with some carpenter advice, but it turns out they were talking about making a dank PowerPoint presentation. I mean, has the world lost its gosh darn mind? I romanticize the past, even though I shouldn't.
Oh my god! The microwave screen just told me the time and date of my death!
You know, Coop, I thought my wall thing was pretty scary. You didn't have to one-up me.
Now streaming, an original horror film about a couple who moves into a haunted house way too early in their relationship.
We should leave. Unless you don't want to.
No, we'll do whatever you want to do.
Well, I want you to make a decision.
Whoa. Hold on. I picked dinner last night.
Their lack of communication is downright scary.
I need to get out of here. I'm going to my book club.
I'll go with you.
Leave. Leave room for your own interests.
But Alice's friends love me.
Maybe we should hear the ghost out.
He's always on your side.
There's no sides here.
Available on Valentine's Day.
Hello, I'm Austin Creed. Don't miss my new show, Hat Chat, right here on Binge Pipe. I travel all around the world, meeting people with incredible stories and talking about hats. Here's a clip.
When we adopted a tiger, we knew life would never be the same.
A lot of folks, my family, her family, tried to talk us out of it, but we took one look at him and said, he's coming home with us.
Right. And would you mind telling me a bit about the hat?
What hat?
Over there, next to the tiger.
Oh, that's just an old straw hat. I think it was my grandfather's.
Looks like a boater hat.
I guess.
Remarkable. That's next week on Hat Chat, only on Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe knows what you want to watch even when you can't articulate it.
What do I like to watch? Thumb. Smack Water Jack.
Lumps, darts, in a jar?
Petunias and corn. I don't know.
Why am I having so much trouble?
Drugged. We've been drugged.
Binge Pipe.
Sure, we're just an island of talking horses, but can't we treat our island with respect? What? Were you all raised in a barn? You were? All of you?
Ma'am, excuse me. I'm with the show What's in Your Purse? And I was wondering, what's in your purse?
You want to go through my purse? Okay, what is this, a prank show?
No, just like a man on the street thing. Are you sure you don't mind?
No, it's fine. I'm just a little embarrassed to say I don't know what all is in here. I haven't cleaned things out in a while, so we got a brush and some mints and napkins from a drive-thru, and oh my god. Oh, it's, I don't know how. Wow.
Is that a dead bird?
Yeah, it is. You wouldn't have known this, but I used to be a magician's assistant like 15 years ago, and the last trick I assisted on was a bird trick.
And that's the bird?
One never reappeared. And the incredible Benjamin said, just wait. Wow. Just wow.
Do you want us to get rid of that bird?
No.
The design for this binge pipe menu screen came to us in a dream. Here at Binge Pipe, name recognition is priority binge pipe. So binge pipe a binge pipe, and remember that binge pipe always binge pipes well into the binge pipe of binge pipe. Binge Pipe is very surprised that it decided to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, fresh content served erratically.
I'm Cookie, and this is You Don't Know Jack, the trivia free-for-all that has no rules. But it does have many, many guidelines, and you're expected to follow them all. Just you? I don't think that's sad at all. Of course, I ate spaghetti over the toilet last night, so... Okay, here we are.
Time for question 1.
To get started, The Legend of Zelda's Epidural. Say there were a video game in which the player's goal was to successfully go through labor. What instructions would pop up on the third stage of the game? Press B to push the baby's head out, repeatedly tap X to dilate the cervix, hold down the right shoulder button to expel the placenta, or press A and B together to cut the umbilical cord. I love this part. Here's what you meant to pick. The placenta is expelled during the third stage of labor. Also, this game would cost $37,000.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Feast your eyes upon this. When you're here, you're damned. Let's say Greek mythic figure Tantalus is enduring his eternal punishment at an olive garden. What's the big difference in his never-ending pasta bowl? It's made out of people, it's always just out of reach, it tastes like ashes, or he can never stop eating it. Let's see how that shook out. Afraid not. This would have worked. As punishment, Tantalus stood beneath a branch of fruit that moved away when he reached for it. You want torture? Try getting a third helping of breadsticks on a Friday night. I can see them in the kitchen!
Why don't we do it with free?
Oh, here's a good one. Market Fluctuation, the ride. And buckle in, because it's time for this or that. I'm going to read 7 names, and for each I want you to tell me if it's a cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, or a roller coaster ride at a Six Flags amusement park. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a cryptocurrency or a roller coaster. Here it comes. Nitro! Ethereum! Wizard! Dash! Ripple! Bizarro! Gold Rusher! I've seen worse. Now let's keep going.
I don't need you anymore.
Introducing, are you ferkantig kidding me? Which of these poorly self-constructed answers mentions the founder of IKEA? Stig Larsson, the answer of course is. Stefan Edberg, it did in 20th century. Ingvar Kamprad was it started by. Or Dolph Lundgren, founder is of it. Okay, let's take a look. In a word, that is not the correct answer to this You Don't Know Jack question. Want to see the right answer? Ingvar Kamprad founded IKEA in 1943. From and because the... Oh, sorry, I thought I assembled this question correctly, but there are a few leftover words. I'm sure that's not a bad sign. Up next, eye candy. I'm just sitting here eating candy, and I'm trying to remember which M&M character wears glasses? Green, brown, blue, or yellow? Okay, what'd you pick? You miss all the shots you don't take, and this one. This one escaped you. Introduced in 2012, Ms. Brown M&M is the one with corrective eyewear. Actual M&Ms contain no glass, unless you're a recovering chocoholic with a broken candy dish. Round 1 is over. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2? Okay, back to business.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Next, with her spoon or without her spoon? I keep misremembering the title of HBO's Big Little Lies. Which of these wrong titles most accurately describes the real title? Alliterative slander, onomatopoeia distortion, palindrome perjury, or oxymoronic deceit? And how'd we do? Big and little are contradictory terms, but in the title Big Little Lies, they describe the same thing, making it an oxymoron. Other popular oxymorons include jumbo shrimp and charming trivia show host. What? Which writer wrote that? That it's time to fire CJ.
Las payas se moquent de moi. 7.
Here's one I like to call bird poetry. And hey, stress cut with mime sore.
It's time for a
delicious film.
Get those typing fingers ready, because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, get ready. Listen to this bit of gibberish and tell me what popular phrase it rhymes with. A smug gull, his meal. And don't worry about that punctuation. Life is hard work. And that's a fact. Let's make sense of this, shall we? Let's get on with it, shall we?
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Next up, Silver Web Surfer. What accurate prediction would 538 statistician Nate Silver make about the silver in his body? I will expel less than 10% of the silver I consume today. I will expel approximately 33% of the silver I consume today. I will expel approximately 50% of the silver I consume today. Or I will expel... Hope you like what you picked. The game wouldn't be fun if you got everything right. Now pay attention. The average human will consume between 70 and 88 micrograms of silver a day, but will excrete over 99% of it. He may not get every exit poll right, but when it comes to his butt, he's always spot on. Here's one for you. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. The doctor that is.
What's tag?
Important part of the inspiration for the invention of the first webcam. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? So what'd you pick? No. Y'all ready for this? The webcam was invented at the University of Cambridge so researchers could check and see when the coffee in the break room was ready. I always put a piece of tape on my webcam so the CIA has no idea when my coffee is ready.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Try this on for size. Seeking a strange arrangement. Go with me here. If you decided to get rid of your sugar daddy and trade them in for a soy mommy, what should you not call them? Edamame dearest, miso mommy, seitan sweetie, or sexy tofu lady? Okay, let's take a look. Edamame, miso, and tofu are soy, but seitan is a meat substitute made of wheat gluten. My soy mommy only lets me call her Susan. Welcome to the... Oh, was I talking? Silly me. Here's your clue. How you are in danger. Yes, you. Try to remember who might attack you how. Good luck, and stay alive. There's your score. Congratulations! You knew you could do it. No parades will be held to honor your moderate win, but if there was one, it would have a float that says, "You don't know Jack!"
Love stories.
He was my barista.
She was my favorite customer.
And yada yada yada.
We've been married for 12 years.
Love stories.
We were coworkers. I probably asked her out about 10 times over 2 years. Every time she was like, no thank you. I was thinking, eating, and dreaming no thank yous. I had totally given up at one point, and then out of the blue, she smiled at me, and I just went for it. Bam! And this time, it was different. This time, she was like, seriously, no. No. Please stop. You're making me uncomfortable. So I asked out a different girl, and now I've been with this girl, Sharon, for like 6 years.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
Love stories.
Hey, I'm Austin Creed. You might know me from my career as a sports entertainer or from my highly successful YouTube channel, Up, Up, Down, Down. But from now on, you're only going to know me from Binge Pipe. That's right. I just signed an exclusive multi-decade deal with Binge Pipe. Apparently. I don't really remember signing it, but they have all the paperwork, so I guess I did. I'll be hosting hours and hours of Binge Pipe programming right from this tiny locked room in Binge Pipe headquarters. And I'll be wrestling for the Binge Pipe Wrestling League, which they assure me is a real thing. I'm already so busy producing great Binge Pipe content, I couldn't go home if I wanted to. So, look for me, Austin Creed, right here on Binge Pipe, and please, tell my family that I love them.
Mom.
I'm a millennial.
I'm really into movies where people eat takeout food. I don't even care what the movie's about. I just feel good when I watch those scenes.
We are Binge Pipe!
911, what's your emergency? I think my husband's dead. He's been shot. Okay, where are you? 1442 Willow Street. It's going to be a few minutes before an ambulance team gets there. I'm going to give you instructions in the meantime, okay? Okay. All right. The first thing I need you to do is record the murder scene. Get a few different angles and maybe add a slow pan to a wall of family portraits. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. What? Ma'am, please stay calm. We need you to film a few things for the potential true crime doc about your husband. True crime doc? What are you talking about? Ma'am, I need you to calm down and listen. It's crucial that we get some B-roll right now, or, production is gonna drag on for this project. I am not filming that! Well, then can you at least get some footage of a neighbor acting weird or saying something cryptic? Or could you get some footage of maybe a crow flying from a telephone wire, landing on a fence?
Hi, I'm Sam. I've lived in this quaint New England town my whole life, which maybe isn't that long to you per se, but to me it's a lifetime. Maybe when you're coming of age in New England.
Hey, Ma! Grab that wicked pisser!
And you're a lobster.
Yeah, Ma, the one doing a monologue!
You gotta be ready to go out on your own.
It bit me! The lobster got in my car!
See you in hell!
It's parked in my car, Ma! The monologuing lobster is parked in my car in Harvard Yard, Ma!
So your kid's bike got ran over by a car. We fixed the frame, replaced the tires, and gave it a new paint job.
But how's my son?
We left him under the car, because he's not a bike.
Back shop!
Bears versus more bears. We hired too many bears and not enough other types of animals.
He's a cop that doesn't play by the rules. She's also a cop that doesn't play by the rules. They might not be cops.
It's worse than we thought, sir. Those giant snakes are heading towards Earth.
Get ready for a block of classic You Don't Know Jack commercials from previous games. I'm Schmitty, your guide to the past here on You Don't Know Jack Oldies Radio. Do you remember where you were when you first heard these classic commercials? I do. I was at work. Let's spin a few.
How many times has this happened to you?
Daddy, what's the difference between absolute and relative surplus value according to Marx?
Go play with this ball, honey.
Middle-class buffoon.
Well, it won't happen again.
Look what I have for you, sugar.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome, sweetie.
The brightly colored pictures help me understand the general law of capitalist accumulation. And the pop-up stick figures tell me all about heterogeneous and serial manufacture.
Yep.
There's even a scratch and sniff chapter about machinery and modern industry.
That's right, honey.
Daddy, you're the greatest. Now, can you tell me how the expression of female sexuality can challenge the patriarchal order?
I love you, pumpkin.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Also available, the Gross Anatomy Book of Kaio Dolls and the Kama Sutra playset.
Hi, I'm Frank Johnson.
And I'm Debbie Johnson.
And we want you to come to the Johnson Family Garage Sale. At the Johnson Family Garage Sale, we've got something for everybody. Like this complete set of Elvis commemorative plates that my wife bought, even though we have absolutely no place to put them.
Yes, and make sure to check out this absolutely never once used jet ski that my husband just had to have, even though he's completely terrified of the water.
Oh, but that's not all. We also have these African tribal masks for some reason. Not that we're African or we have ever been to Africa.
How could we have been to Africa, sweetie? You'll never leave the basement.
Well, it's not like there's anything going on in the bedroom, Debbie.
My mother was right about you. I should have married Steve.
Yeah? Well, why didn't you?
Maybe I still will.
Oh, be my guest.
Fine.
So, come on down to the Johnson Family Garage Sale.
Turn this thing off.
Are you an audio engineer, animator, or just a sound effects enthusiast who wishes they had more boner sound effects in their collection? Well, you're in luck with the new 1000 Sounds Boner Collection. We've got the chubby, the little prick, the chode, the crazy ejaculator, the boner entering bullet time, the boner that takes a few seconds to struggle out of pants, the my first boner, the musical boner, the just can't get it started boner, the whipped out in public, the Rube Goldberg, the fish boner, the robot boner, the human boner that for some reason sounds like a bunch of kittens boner, and the Kevin. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Order the boner collection today and we'll throw in the giant cartoon booby collection for free. This is Schmitty, and you've been listening to You Don't Know Jack Oldies Radio.
You Don't Know Jack Oldies Radio.
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm an audio segment producer on the game. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that Cookie records all of the ors in his questions separately. So, like, for a question like this...
Is it bonk, 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 wobble, wobble, wobba, auga, or ooh, mommy?
Cookie prefers to record all of the ors for the whole game in one 6-hour recording session. Here, take a listen.
All right, now recording ors 425 through 500. Or. No, or. Yeah. Or.
I don't know why he insists on doing it that way. It's a lot of extra work.
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.
As a mom, mom, I used to stay up nights worried about what my kids were watching on TV. But then I got Binge Pipe. With hours and hours of quality movies, TV programs, and game shows, I haven't had time to worry about my kids at all. Whoa! A movie about a horse that's also a doctor? Looks like I'm missing another dance recital.
Imagine a world.
My God, the specimen.
It's growing out of control.
Where scientists go too far.
Should we go in?
No, seal the door.
But still know how to follow proper protocol.
Okay, the chemical shower killed it.
You've tried other menu screens. Now enjoy the best. Binge Pipes. Binge Pipe may not be your traditional streaming service, but we're definitely streaming service adjacent. The roguish outsider that doesn't play by the rules. The undisciplined bad boy that maybe, just maybe, you can change. Binge Pipe is devoted to education, but will still present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Why not subscribe to one more thing?
I'm Cookie Masterson. Thank you for inviting me to hang out with you. Wait, that's what this is, right? 2 players. Okay, in the event of a tie, I'll decide that you're both losers. And I see we've got some gawkers in the audience, which means I'll be adding an audience bonus to every question. The better the audience does on a question, the less bonus money goes to the players. But if the audience screws it up, there's going to be a lot of cash on the line for that right answer. And please follow me if you will.
Time for question 1.
First question. Guy walks into a bar. A guy walks into a bar carrying a Molotov cocktail and a loon. The bartender screams to the customers, "Duck!" The guy says, "Common mistake, it's a goose. Actually, it's closer to a heron. Technically, it's a swan." Or, "No sir, a loon is just a loon." So who got it? Sorry, there's nothing funny about herons. Yep, a loon is just a loon. Unless she went to med school, then she's also a doctor.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
This one's known as House Tyrell Party. We all know why we watch Game of Thrones, for the gratuitous architecture. If Game of Thrones actress Natalie Dormer threw a party in her dormer, what kind of party would it be? A column affair, a stairway soiree, a balcony blowout, or a window shindig? And how'd we do? Maybe try cheating? You should have known. A dormer is a vertical window that projects from a sloping roof, so the party would be in the window. Just maybe don't invite Bran. Yeah.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Coming up, acne from the block. And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a movie starring Jennifer Lopez or a skincare product by Philosophy. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between a J-Lo movie or skincare. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. Ready? Let's go. Out of sight. Help me. Just release me. hope is not enough. The backup plan. Take a deep breath. Enough. You did it! Kind of. But player one, of all the losers, you are the loseriest.
Actions have been taken to ensure you have a better playing experience.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Screwing during a...
Guess you need to be somewhere, is that it? Okay.
What a mutually satisfying solution.
I don't need you anymore.
How about this one? HBO, no, I have food poisoning. According to the Mayo Clinic, how long can you safely keep the leftovers on your DVR before you should throw it out? 1 to 2 days, 3 to 4 days, 5 to 6 days, or... Oh, look out. You got the pointy end of the screw, player 2. Time to get social. Who picked what? In order to prevent foodborne illness, the Mayo Clinic recommends refrigerated leftovers are only safe to eat for 3 to 4 days. Any longer and you might Justin throw up. This one's called FX Marks the Spot. If FX greenlit a show that was equidistant between their hits Fargo and Atlanta, what series would they pick up? Peoria, Kansas City, Gettysburg, or Memphis? I love this part. Don't cry, it'll grow back. Watch how easy this is. Peoria, Illinois is 558 miles from Fargo, North Dakota, and 558 miles from Atlanta, Georgia. Say goodbye to round one. Here's who's going to live the longest. I mean, current score rankings.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you're highly valued, but your score is not. The data we have acquired demonstrates a need for an additional screw.
And keep in mind, round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong, so don't be shy about using that thing. Player 1, your only hope is to answer quick before player 2 has time to screw. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
Now that's good game design.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Coming up, quick fuel. Given how long it took last time, if you asked Earth to produce more coal, how would it respond? 1 sec, just give me 3 million years. 1 sec, just give me 30 million years. 1 sec, just give me 300 million years. Or 1 sec, just give me 3,000 million years. Okay, who chose what? Sucks to be you. Speaking of correct answers, the hard coal currently on our planet first began forming 300 million years ago. Which really isn't that bad when you think about how long it takes a guy like me to get a text back.
Hey, question.
We'd like to initiate a moment of playful interactivity. Would you like a question that lifts Cookie up, or a question that hurts Cookie's feelings? Contribute your percentage of the choice now. your choices cancel each other out. Binge Pipe will select the slightly less satisfying option.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Take a good look at a question that lifts me up. If I, Cookie Masterson, were ambrosia salad, what could you say to me? Cookie, you're hot. Cookie, you're sweet. Cookie, you're well done. Or Cookie, oh, this'll be good. You knew that screw was coming, Player One. Time to find out what you signed up for. Okay, let's take a look. It'll get easier in time. Ambrosia salad is a mushy fruit salad with marshmallows and whipped cream. And by the way, thank you. Expert screwing, Player 2. This is your cash now.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
It's time for Dead Meat Cute. I had a fun date last night. I wanted to watch a romantic comedy and she wanted to see someone die. Love can be complicated. Which of these romantic movies has the highest death count? Sleepless in Seattle, The Big Sick, Moulin Rouge, or The Notebook? Let's see how that shook out. Spoiler alert, you're wrong. Can't do anything right, can you? Want a hot tip on a right answer? Due to war and tragic disease, 6 people end up dead in this tearjerker leg breaker. At this point, it's obvious that Nicholas Sparks is just the angel of death with a beach house. Here's one for you. We're listening. You're listening. Oh, all right. It's one of these.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you've been diagnosed with hypoesthesia, we thought you would enjoy the song Stressed Out, I Can't Feel My Face, Wake Me Up, or Cool for the Summer.
Let's see who got it. Any last words? Not too late.
Hypoesthesia is a lack of sensitivity to touch stimuli, so this song by The Weeknd is very relatable. Media that numbs your senses is just one of the many special features offered by Binge Pipe.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Behold, Fresh Prince of Capitol Hill. Say Mr. Will Smith went to Washington, D.C. that is. What campaign promise would be impossible for him to keep? Getting jiggy on J Street, going wild wild west on W Street, just cruising on C Street, or freaking it on F Street. So who got it? Check, please. I thought it was obvious it was this one. Washington, D.C. is the home to streets featuring almost every letter of the alphabet except the letter J. Yeah, apparently George Washington hated the letter J for some reason, so no J Street. No, I just totally made that up. You made it to the... Ah, I see you already know the rules. Here's your clue. You got schooled. Pick the students that attended these educational institutions. one wins! Congratulations, Player One. There are no small victories, except this one. You barely won. I guess what I'm saying is...
You don't know Jack!
Old Man's Memes! Hello, and welcome to Old Man's Memes with me. So, this is the show where I talk about memes, which I don't really know what they are, but they tell me that it's something that kids like to swap with each other, and they have a good time with them. So, this time they're going to have me watch something. Just here, do I hit this? Oh, it's a rabbit of some sort, or it has no ears, so I don't know if it's a rabbit. I think it might be one of those, what are they called? It's got a small tail, and they live in the swamps. Actuary, I think it's called. Anyway, it's sitting on a table of some sort, and it's looking away, but then it looks right at me. It's looking at me, and it's got a stick